Yo, what is going on YouTube? We are back with another banger video. Sorry for like the different kind of recording. I wasn't sitting in my chair right now, so I just decided to pick up my phone, record a little video because I just thought about this story time and I do not want to forget it. So of course we're gonna get a rip in before we start this video, and then like I said, we're gonna get into a banger story time. So of course, go ahead and drop a like, drop a sub if you are new to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload. And of course, like I said, we are going to take a fat rip. I've been getting age restricted literally like before I even upload it, so I have to make my videos in 4K, and that takes a long time to download on my phone. So like I said, like I'll literally upload it. It takes like maybe an hour to upload, and halfway through it's already age restricted. So I'm not really gonna show nothing. I'm just gonna hit my stuff off to the side, and then I'll blow the smoke, and we'll see how that's working, bro. Because like I said, of course, I want my videos to get out there. I want my videos to reach other people, and of course, trying to build a community here, because we're just smoking, we're making money, and we're getting fried, and we're having good story time. So of course, like I said, let's get this video started. So now that we got our bowl loaded up, I will show you the bowl. But I'm kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie. I just want to see if it works, so I'm just gonna show it for a real quick second, show you that it is full of the za, and then I will rip it for y'all, of course. Boom, boom. That's all y'all get. Now let's go ahead and get this rip, and let's go. Woo. Now, praying to the YouTube, Susan or Rick, whatever his name is, I can't remember. RIP Susan, though I think she passed away. But whoever's controlling it, please do not age restrict this video. I do not condone any use of anything I just did, even though you couldn't see anything. It's all CGI, all video smoking effects. Yep. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this video started. So to get this video started, basically this took place in New Braunfels, Texas. I think it's near like San Antonio, or yeah, near San Antonio area, like the bottom part of Texas. And basically, to describe what happened, obviously I was very poor growing up. My parents were like drug addicts, of course, as y'all know from the past videos. But my cousins, like, they grew up very wealthy, and like we would always, you know, go to my cousins and just honestly like live it up, bro, because they had snacks, they had everything that we did not have. And so basically, I think I was around like 12 or 13 maybe. They offered to take, I think it was just me and my brother and my little sister, to like I said, New Braunfels. And basically we went to Slitterbahn, and we went to the Guadalupe River, I believe it is. Went to a bunch of restaurants. We saw like impression of like Michael Jackson and Elvis. They were like singing and dancing in the street. And basically, yeah, that's the premise of the story. So let's go ahead and get into the story. So to get it started, I remember I'm sitting at home, and I remember we get that call, and my grandma was like, "Oh, like, everybody come here, like Michelle wants to ask y'all something." And she's like, "Oh, like, I know y'all have Six Flags season passes, and like a season pass in Texas, it works at any Six Flags park. So even if the one, because there's one like near where I used to live, and there's also one down like where in New Braunfels, and it's called like Fiesta Texas." And so basically she was like, "Oh, like, since I got y'all the season passes for Christmas, like, would y'all like to go on a road trip or like a vacation type of thing?" And it was like literally just timing up with our spring break, because basically her kids, she homeschooled all of her kids, and so they could really get out of school whenever they want. A lot of them like graduated early. And so me and my sister and my brother, like, we're sitting there like, hell yeah. My other sister didn't go, because the story of why she didn't go is she wanted to go to like, I think it was like a New Year's party with my grandmother, and it was all the way at like Waxahachie, which was like a whole other 2 hours out from where we lived. And so it would have been like way too hard. And so basically I pack all my bags, I'm ready, bro. And I remember Friday, as soon as we got out of school, Michelle, which is my aunt, she came and picked us all up, and we went straight to New Braunfels. Sorry, I keep on forgetting the name because it's been so long. But basically, we get there, we get a hotel, and I remember we went to like this super nice looking restaurant, and it had Mexican food. But like I remember I ate the Mexican food, and I was not liking it. It was not good. I don't know. It could have just been like new, but I don't know. I just remember my stomach started hurting, and I didn't like it. So I remember it was already nighttime, because it didn't take very long to get there, maybe like 5 hours or so. And so we got there, ate some food, and then I remember we got to the hotel, and I'm just sick. Like, and I remember I just fall asleep, and I wake up, and I definitely do feel better. So I remember we start off the day, we eat some breakfast, go downstairs, bro. When I tell you that hotel breakfast hits, I can remember it to this day. That hotel breakfast hits, bro. I remember they had like a little waffle like batter thing, and you could just have like a little plastic cups and put some batter in there, pour it in the little waffle maker. That shit was so gas. I put peanut butter on my waffles too. I know somebody likes that out there who's watching this. But anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. So we eat the breakfast, and then our first stop is going to be Schlitterbahn, which is this badass water park I've already talked about in some videos before this one. And basically, Schlitterbahn is like any other water park, but with huge slides. And their slides are so powerful that instead of just like starting at the top of a slide and going down, they literally have ones where you get on rafts, and they have jets that like push you up. So it's like roller coaster slides. It's so fun, but it's also very scary, of course. But so we go to Schlitterbahn, we have fun, and that's not really the main part of the story. So we go home. I'm sure we ate some food, don't really remember. The next day is when it really got serious. And so basically we went to sleep, we woke up in the morning, of course, same routine, ate that breakfast. It would hit every single morning. We all get in the car, and she didn't even tell us where we were going. And it turns out we were going to the Guadalupe rivers, which are like, it's like a super long river. Everybody like drinks on there, and they like tie their rafts up together, and you just like float down the river. But there's also points that have rapids, which basically, if you don't know what a rapid is, it's like a river, like a huge, maybe like 20 feet river. My bad, y'all, somebody called me. But it's like a huge 20 feet river, and basically when there's a rapid, it just kind of like falls down, because obviously it has to fall for the river to flow. But whenever it falls, it narrows down like very small, maybe like 5 feet wide, so just the tubes can fit in there. And so basically we get on the tubes, and we're just floating down. Obviously my cousin's parents are like drinking, and they're having a good time. And there's like super long gaps in between the rapids, and so people like to get off their floats and like, you know, kind of swim around and try to touch the bottom because it's not that deep. And that's not very smart. I'm gonna be honest. Don't ever do that shit. So and you'll find out why right here. So basically, my cousins have been here multiple times, and so from what I'm assuming, because they already knew what to do from what it looked like, I had like the assumption that they had been here before. So I was like, okay, maybe, you know, they'll tell me when to get off and when to get on. So my cousin gets off, and he's swimming around. I get off, I'm swimming around, we're chilling, you know, fighting underwater, like throwing little mud globs at each other, like just kid stuff, right? And so we get back on the raft, we go down a little rapid. I'm like, oh, like that was quick. Like, okay, that was fun. So then as soon as we get down the rapid, I'm like, okay, like we got a whole another 5 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and get off of the thing and swim around. So we're swimming around, and I start to notice like the water's kicking, bro. And like we're a little bit in front of our rafts or whatever. Sorry, there's some kids getting off the bus. Anyway, so there was people getting off the rafts and stuff. So I got off the rafts, I'm swimming around, and I noticed the water starting to like kick me, or not like kick me, but it's starting to like pull me harder. And we're like probably 5 or 10 feet away from our raft. So we start swimming back, and I noticed that my cousin wasn't swimming back. So I was like, okay, like maybe it's not coming yet. Because honestly, there's so many people in this river, like you can't really see ahead of you, to be honest, because there's so many tubes tied up, and people are everywhere. And so my cousin wasn't getting on the raft either. So I was like, okay, I'll just stay off. And so basically, I start to hear like what I think is just people like, you know, throwing water or like splashing water around and like screaming, having fun. But no, that's not what it was. A rapid was very close, probably about 10 feet behind me, and I had no idea whatsoever. And I'm off my raft, shirt off, got nothing on, like just chilling. And so basically the same pulling effect started happening, but like strong. Like I don't remember what happened in between from what I just said. Oh my God, there's no way there's an ad right there. Forget about that though. But let's block out the ad. We don't want to show that, guys. So anyway, I remember I get off the raft and like the raft is just pulling me harder and harder and harder, and out of nowhere, like the people behind me just get sucked down and like they're gone. So I like turn around because now like I can hear it for real. And so I remember I turn around, I see them just suck down the raft, and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm fucked, like I'm done. And so I remember I like my cousin, I guess he was trying to have fun because this dude did some like movie shit. And basically what he did is, as soon as we were about to hit the rapids, he went and like grabbed onto the wall like that, and then like held himself away from the rapids until the rafts got there, and just pulled himself down the rafts like a badass. And so I was like, okay, I can probably do that too. So I went like swam up like maybe 5 feet behind him. He's on the wall like this. I tried to jump up and like grab the wall. Dude, I missed by a fucking long shot, I'll be honest. And basically, as soon as I like, cause the water gets like a little bit, like I said, it gets shorter. So I kind of like jumped off of the wall, if you know what I'm saying. Cause there's like bricks on the side of the wall. I kind of like jumped off one of the bricks, tried to grab on, missed by an absolute long shot. As soon as I went into the water, I got sucked in like a vacuum, bro. Like I said, I had no shirt on. So as soon as I get sucked in, bro, it literally felt like I was just like my whole body was like spinning. And like, I remember like at one point I was just like this. Dude, I came out with like 3 bumps all over my head. I had like a huge scratch like on my arm. I had a huge like scratch that was bleeding out of my back. And it was honestly just like a crazy event for me. And I just remember as soon as I came out of the water, like I was like done for, bro. I hit my head on the rocks, like I said, like I was out of it. So I remember I like swam up, and like there was this lady there, and she was like, oh my God, like, are you okay? And I remember she had a Bud Light in her hand, and like I remember she like threw her Bud Light down and like jumped in the water to save me. Never met this woman in my life. And dude, I felt so appreciative of that, because honestly, like I probably would have been dead. Like I was out of it. Like I hit my head, I hit my back. And keep in mind, I'm like 11, 10, like 12. I can't really remember the age, probably like 10 through 12 though. So I'm young. And dude, it was not a good time. So basically the lady helped me out, put me on the side of the little wall, and waited for my family to get there. And then basically after that, we probably went down like one more rapid. I didn't get off of that thing once, boy, not once. I remember I was just sitting there like, oh my God. And like, honestly, it wasn't that bad, but I was just like more in shock of anything. Like the scratches weren't really bad, but obviously for a little kid, it was pretty bad. So that's really gonna do it for the story time. We are gonna get one more rip in, of course. So let's go ahead and get this bowl loaded up, and I'll be right back. So now that we got this bowl loaded up, I'm just gonna show it like that, just so I don't get age restricted, but it is there. Of course, let's go ahead and get this rip in. Like I said, I'm gonna do it down here, blow the smoke over here. So let's go ahead and get this rip in. Drop a sub, drop a like, drop a motherfucking post notification bells, because like I said, I'm getting age restricted on upload. So let's go ahead and get this rip. Cheers, y'all. CGI tobacco.